Probably a couple of months ago, we did a video looking at what was wrong with Jadon Sancho. He started the season well.
Yeah.
Didn't get called up for England. We all know Gareth Southgate's like a fucking professional witch.
It's not a reactionary thing of the past couple of games.
The past couple of games have been particularly poor, though.
Particularly poor. It's more... I think it's more based on, are we underwhelmed by the fee, what we expected him to do when he arrived?
The performances wasn't there. The attitude almost, on the pitch at least, didn't seem to be there. And then you see Manchester United depart for a mid-season break while everyone's at the World Cup. And Jadon Sancho doesn't go with them. Footage emerges. And knowing about how these things work behind the curtain, I think it was no accident that that footage emerged of Jadon training on his own. And he's training away from Manchester United and will not return until he is physically and mentally able to play for the club again. And that is an interesting way to phrase it. Now, here's what Ten Hag said. He said he's not fit enough to be here at the Spanish training camp. He said he wasn't in the right fitness state. So now he's on an individual program and we want him to finish that program and hopefully we will see him soon. Don't think he'll be back this week. We want to bring him back as quickly as possible, but I can't give a prognosis of when that will be. Sometimes there are circumstances with fitness and mood. And that last line, I think, is very, very interesting. He says, we got a drop of quality level and sometimes you don't know why or what is causing it. What we are doing right now is trying to get him back there. It's a combination of physically and mentally. Chris Wheeler from the Daily Mail was saying, MUFC sources stressed that Ten Hag spotted the drop-off in Sancho's performance and advised him to follow the individual training program to improve his fitness and his mindset. Andy Mitten in The Athletic said, as one senior football manager who spoke under the condition of anonymity to protect relationships said, if you're a Manchester United forward and you can't run at a Moni and Nicosia defender and try and take him on, you have a problem. Sancho's deleted all his Instagram pics. As we sit here right now, he's got 52 United games, 4 assists and 8 goals, which is a fraction, but a quarter-ish, about the output that he was probably putting in at Borussia Dortmund. Now, did we expect a drop-off in numbers? Yeah. I think we definitely expected a drop-off in numbers with Jadon Sancho. Now, there is a rumour that he has not been performing in training. I think that's obvious, actually, from the comments from Ten Hag. That's not necessarily the rumour. But the other rumour is that his attendance and timekeeping at training hasn't been great. That's something that I've been asking people, and I've had mixed responses back. So I can't deny it, and I can't stand it up. It's been very, very mixed in the response. Some people, I suspect, are trying to cover up for him. But the response was mixed. No one would happily say, yes, this is the truth or this is what's happening with him. So I would have to take it on my analysis of some of the rumours and where the rumours are coming from with some of those things and say, do I think there's a problem with Jadon Sancho? Yes. Why that is, I don't know. Ten Hag sort of touches on that there's a mentality thing going on there. Jadon Sancho hasn't played Premier League football. Jadon Sancho had a difficult time leaving Manchester City, and I believe he was correct in how he left Manchester City. It's painted in a strange way by City and the Pep PR machine. But the truth of the matter is, he backed himself. He backed himself to go and achieve something in the game and wasn't happy to sit on the bench. Right or wrong, the same thing happened with Paul Pogba and Alex Ferguson. The manner of both of those leaving United and City, on the surface of things, can look correct. Both of them left, went to another country, absolutely smashed it, and were brought back for overwhelming amounts of money. And then you could argue that the performance has shown a glimpse of what they've shown overseas and hasn't quite hit the same levels. But the reasons for that the same? I'm not sure. I think Jadon is probably struggling to come to terms with playing for a club the size of Manchester United, with the scrutiny that not just playing for Manchester United, but his transfer fee also attracts. Not only that, he's got some serious competition in his place. And this is an issue across the forward line at Manchester United. The team isn't scoring goals. Therefore, the forwards as a collective come under pressure. The fact that we don't have a number 9 is irrelevant. The forwards have to deliver more goals. Anthony started brightly. He's a £100 million signing. And he's Ten Hag's boy. Literally brought him over here from their old club. So you know that there's going to be given allowances to Anthony to have drop-offs in performance. And you've got to allow him to settle into the club and the country and the environment as well. Marcus Rashford, coming back from injury. And as a homegrown academy product, there's probably allowances given for that. And he also doesn't have the pressure of a massive transfer fee that the other two main ones do. Jadon Sancho, when he moved to Dortmund from Manchester City, I believe the transfer fee was £7 million. There's not a lot of pressure comes with that. Not at Dortmund. And you're in an environment where they don't expect to win the league. They're happy to play Champions League football, challenge for trophies, and see where it takes them. They have a business model of selling a major superstar virtually every single summer, and that is how the club sustains itself. So you know, and you are encouraged to have strong performances for Dortmund and get your big move elsewhere. It's a very different environment to a dysfunctional Manchester United where the fans are just not happy with the owners, not happy with the performances, managers are being hounded out, the level of performance isn't great. You've had Cristiano Ronaldo, and there are rumours he was a nightmare to work with, and also, rumours that he wasn't. Either way, there was issues at the training ground, within the club, and all the rest of that sort of stuff. Those things don't create a settled environment that allow a player with the pressure of a massive transfer fee to settle in. And he never played Premier League football. Yes, he played football in England, but he never played Premier League football until he joined Manchester United. He joined Manchester United with a serious weight of expectation. He was just, there was only Messi creating more opportunities per year than him. There's some serious sort of pressure comes with that. And has he been able to handle the pressure? Has he struggled handling the pressure of playing for Manchester United? And not only does he have Anthony to compete with, and I arguably think Jadon is better off the right than he is off the left. You have Marcus, friend, national teammate, as well as competing for the same spot on the left. You've recently had the emergence of Alejandro Garnacho, who plays with zero fear. I don't think he even knows what pressure is. He's coming in with the benefit of having no expectations, no transfer fee, and just been told to go and play however he sees fit. And he's doing that. Again, I believe, we're not going to know until the end of the season with this, but I believe Ten Hag is handling this situation fantastically. We don't have depth to the level that we can just take Sancho out of the team indefinitely. We do need him, especially when he's on form. Alanga is nowhere near that sort of level of quality, but he might do a job. You've got Garnacho. If those are your two backups to Rashford and Anthony, if Ten Hag has assessed what's going on in the wide areas and gone, do you know what? Take him out of the firing line for a couple of weeks, get his head back right, and we'll be better in the second half of the season. That's another decision, potentially, Erik Ten Hag has played a blinder with. From pre-season, where he was handling the lateness of Garnacho, told him he wasn't going to feature on pre-season because of that. You've seen Garnacho go from strength to strength, earn the right to play in the first team, and show why he is good enough to do that. He handled taking the club captain out of the team, no fuss whatsoever. That could have been a massive, massive issue. Other managers could have handled that a lot more poorly. And even though there was drama at the end with Cristiano Ronaldo, that could have been a 6-month saga that completely derailed our season. I don't think it did. I think every single major decision so far, Erik ten Hag has got 10 out of 10, bang on the nose. So I actually trust him. I actually trust his judgment on this because I've got no evidence to suggest otherwise. The only evidence stacks up that he really knows what he's doing. If he can turn Jadon Sancho around by giving him a bit of time off, giving him a little bit of freedom, taking some pressure off him, bringing him back into the team when it works for him, he's played a fucking blinder. Because we all want to see Jadon back to the best, because there are a few better wide playmakers. There aren't many that are on Jadon's level when he's at the top of his game. There's a reason United paid 74 million for him. He's a rare talent. But right now, he ain't at it. So let's hope that this little break can do him the good and bring him back into the team where hopefully he can see us over the line, maybe even win a trophy. Top 4's the big one, I think, for us this season. Let me know in the comments. What do you lot think? Will we see the best of Sancho? Is he going to be able to turn it round? I'll see you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.